Denny, obviously the statement you guys put out earlier about the charters, were your any comments at this point? What are your thoughts on why?
No, I think it was all covered by the statement. I don't really have anything else to add. Obviously I'm here to try to win for my Lebanon Mavis team. That's certainly the focus when I come to the racetrack.
Is there a concern that NASCAR could revoke charters to take away 2311's charters?
I don't have any comments around it. This is not going to be a super exciting media availability for you guys, but I think it all summed up kind of where we're at in the statement.
Will it get worked out?
I don't know. We'll work through it.
On the other side, Denny, what happened with the qualifying lap?
It's just something on the powertrain certainly was not up to speed. So they're going to look into it and then hopefully come up with the fix. But certainly there's something wrong there that they'll get fixed overnight.
You guys made a lot of investment. Bought 2 charters. You're looking at buying a third. Airspeed, obviously. Is it frustrating that maybe that investment isn't being reciprocated from the other side?
I don't really have anything else for you. I wish I could or would, but not today.
It's going to be hard to keep focused.
No, I feel like I've been in these situations a lot, and certainly in the playoffs, and so I've always given my team 100%, and then I owe that to Chris Gabart and all the guys and girls working on this 11 car. So, my objective is still in the next 10 weeks is to win a championship for him.
Bubba said that he's waiting on this deal to get signed for him to get his deal finalized. Or is there any concern that with this still lingering that you're not?
Yeah, anything in the future certainly is dependent on things like that. So certainly.
Is NASCAR stronger when the teams are in a stronger financial position?
Yeah, that's something we've said all along. For sure.
Without back from 35th or 38th.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be there's going to be a huge deal. Certainly it's not ideal, right? We wish we'd be up front with good track position, but overall, I think with the way this race plays out, you're going to have some want to race, some not, and so I think we didn't have any false hopes that we were going to really qualify that well here anyway, but certainly didn't expect, and glad at least that we had that one lap to identify we had a problem.
So is that, are you waiting to get a permission on an engine change, or is that what you're working with the model, or are you stuck with what you got?
No, NASCAR never makes you get stuck with what you got if you have a problem, but certainly, you got to show them what exactly is wrong, and if it's not something to the eye on the outside, then they'll dig into the engine to try to figure it out. But certainly the lap time would tell you that we had an issue.
You talked the other day just about how much you've invested in the sport and the things that you want to do and how you want to leave it down the road and be part of it moving forward. Is there a frustration on your behalf that you're one of the few that are going this path in regards to the charter, and that others don't view it maybe the same way that you do, that you're kind of a lone wolf in your group?
Certainly. Yeah, certainly frustrating, but every team does what's best for them.
So we know you're limited in what you'll say, but how far apart are you guys? Is it optimistic for you? Is there anything you can say as far as where it stalled out or anything like that?
We haven't had that many discussions, so I don't really know how far apart.
Can you race without a charter?
Yeah, I think that I think the rules permit it, so I think so.
Financially, though?
Financially be tough for sure.
All right, moving forward, we'll talk about the race and the playoffs, but we've done enough charter stuff for today. So let's.
How do you sort of dig deep now when you've got the engine penalty, you start the Atlanta weekend with this, you've got extra stuff going on. How do you?
It's not ideal. It's not ideal. I certainly, I always love when you had the outside stuff going on. One of the things I do love is actually put my helmet on, strapping in, and knowing that when I take off, I'm going racing, right? And so certainly when I have that trouble here in qualifying like we had, it's not ideal. But certainly, I think that everyone's going to have things that happen to them in the middle of the playoffs that they don't expect. Again, I've said it on the podcast, like, I hope it all comes really early, and it's already done. Certainly, we don't want it lingering here in Atlanta when now it really, really counts, but it might be a blessing in disguise that we found it when we did.
I'm pretty sure you told us that you kind of thrive on the drama sometimes, and it gives you motivation. Are you kind of hoping that that's what happens?
The chaos.
The chaos.
Chaos. My life's chaos. But I choose it, that way. I through life choices that I make and workload that I put on myself, my life's always been chaos.
Are you expecting to have as big of a presence on the Netflix special as you did last year?
All that's TBD. Truthfully, I'm not sure.
Thank you.